Good morning, students. Now we will move on to the last exercise of chapter number 3 circle, that is exercise 3.4, because 3.5 is omitted from this year's syllabus. So now we are continuing this 3.4. Question number 3 is quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic. It is given that quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic where angle R is equal to 5x minus 13 degree, angle N equal to 4x plus 4 degree. Now find the measure of angle R and N. Now it is given in the form of equation. Angle R and angle N are given in the form of equation. Now what we'll do, first we'll write, that is, we know MRPN is a cyclic quadrilateral. So we know the property, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, that is angle R plus angle N is equal to 180 degree. Now angle R is given 5x minus 13 degree plus angle N is 4x plus 4 degree. Total will be equal to 180 degree. Now see, we will take like terms. You can see 4x and 5x. 5x and 4x. So 5 plus 4 will be 9 and minus 13 and plus 4 are like terms. So that when you simplify that, you get 5 plus 5x plus 4x is 9x and minus 13 plus 4 will be minus 9. Total is equal to 180. Now 9x will be 180 when you change the side. Minus 9 when you shift to right hand side becomes plus 9. So 9x will be equal to 189. That means the value of x, means when you divide 189 by 9, you get 21 degree. So now I got the value of x. So I will find now angle RC. Angle R is what? 5x minus 13 degree. 5x means 5 into 21. The value of x is 21. 5 into 21 minus 13, that is 5 into 21 will be 105 degree. Minus 13 degree comes to 92 degree. And angle N is 4x plus 4 degree, that is 4 into 21 plus 4. 4 multiplied by 21 will be 84 degree plus 4 will be equal to 88 degrees. So the measure of angle R and angle N are 92 degree and 88 degrees respectively. Now next is question number 4. Now you can see in the figure, segment RS is the diameter of a circle with center O. You can see a circle with center O and RS is the diameter. Point T lies in the exterior of the circle. Now you prove that angle RTS, just check, RTS is an acute angle, means less than 90 degree. So now students, first we will do some construction part. See, join construction. You have to join RT. The segment RT, you have to join RT such way that RT will intersect the circle at point M. Means you are drawing now straight line from R till T, but it will join or it will pass from M such that RMT will be collinear. And one more, draw segment SM. You have to join SM that will be perpendicular to the side RT. So now solution C. Now we know that RS is the diameter of a circle. That means we know angle in a semicircle is a right angle. That means angle M means angle RMS is 90 degree. So now what we get? Check the triangle. Triangle TMS. Triangle TMS is a right angle triangle. Since by construction what we did, we have joined SM such that SM will be perpendicular to RT. So that is angle M is now 90 degree. So angle TMS plus angle MTS plus angle TSM. Means in triangle TMS what we did, angle M plus angle T plus angle C, angle S. All three angle is 180, that is angles of a triangle. So see now angle M is 90 plus angle T plus angle S will be 180. So that means angle T plus angle S means MTS plus angle TSM will be 180 minus 90. That will be angle MTS plus angle TSM will be equal to 90 degree. Now what we will do further, see now angle MTS will be less than 90 because angle M is 90, so that means angle T and angle S, these both will be acute angle. So that means angle T is less than 90. So if angle T is less than 90 means angle that is RTS will also be less than 90 since R and T are collinear. So that means we can say that RTS is an acute angle. Now next is question number 6. You can see the diagram. In the given figure, the altitude, now it means height, the altitude YZ, check diagram YZ and XT. These are the altitudes of triangle WXY intersecting at P. Now you prove that first one, quadrilateral ZWZPT is a cyclic, and second, the points XZTY are concyclic. So see proof part now. It is given that YZ is perpendicular to WX and XT is also perpendicular to WY. So that means these both angles, that is Z and T, means WZY, just check the diagram, WZY as well as WTX will be 90 since we know it is given their altitude. So that means WZP is again equal to WPT equal to 90 degree. So now see what we get. Angle Z plus angle T, that is angle WZP plus angle WTP will be 90 plus 90 will be 180, and we know by converse of cyclic quadrant that opposite angles are supplementary, so we can say they are cyclic. Now next part, see, now if you see the diagram, there are 2 points X and Y. See, X and Y, they are joined now. 2 points X and Y on line XY subtends equal angles at 2 distinct points, that is Z and T. So see, one angle, 2 angles are formed, XZY and XTY. That means these 2 points, point X and point Y on line XY subtends equal angle at 2 distinct points, that is Z and T, which lie on the same side of the line XY. Now this condition is very important, it should lie on the same side of line XY. So therefore we can say that the points X, Z, Ty are concyclic. Now see next some basic part. See, you can see there are 2 lines. If 2 lines containing chords of a circle intersect each other outside the circle, you can see these both chords, they intersect each other outside the circle at point E, then the measure of angle between them will be exactly half the difference of measure of arc intercept by the angle. Let me see, if you want to find, you can see there are 2 chords, that is AB and CD, they intersect each other outside the circle at point E. So now see, angle is formed, angle AEC. Now if they intersect outside the circle, so angle AEC will be exactly half. AEC will be half of the difference, that is arc AC minus BD. There is correction, I'll tell you now. Here angle AEC will be half, will come half of major arc AC minus major arc BD. Next part now. See, again you can see there are two chords. There are two chords again, AB and CD. They intersect inside the circle at point E. If two chords of a circle intersect each other in the interior of the circle, then the measure of angle between them is exactly half the sum of measures now of the arc. So AEC will be, again see there is correction, half will come, half of the major arc AC plus major arc DB. Angle AEC will be exactly half of sum of arc AC and arc DB. Now see question number 7. In the figure, major arc NS is given 125 degree and EF is given 37 degree, and you can see there are two chords, that is NE and SF. They intersect outside the circle at point M. Now you have to find what is the measure of angle NMS. So now see, we know that if line containing chords of a circle intersect each other outside the circle, then the measure of angle between them is exactly half the difference of the measure of arc intercept by the angle. So what we get, see, angle NMS will be exactly half of the arc NS minus arc EF. Now there is a technical issue, students, so half, that is equation 1/2, is not seen here. So angle NMS will be exactly half of 125 minus 37, that is half of 88 will be 44 degrees. Now see, next question is question number 8. In the given figure, see there are two chords, chord AC and chord DE. They intersect at B. Now if angle ABE is already given 108 degree and the measure of arc A is 95 degree, now find arc DE. So we know that if two chords of a circle intersect each other inside the circle, means in the interior of a circle, then the measure of angle between them will be exactly half the sum of the measure of arc intercept by the angle and its opposite angle. So see what we get, angle ABE will be exactly half. Here see students, half will come, half of addition means sum of arc AE plus arc DC. So we get here, see the next step, 108 degree which is already given, 108 degree is equal to half will come here students, half major arc 95 plus arc DC. So when you multiply 108, on the right hand side we have half. See students, ABE is 108 degree is equal to, on right hand side I said you there is some technical problem, so half is not visible here. So half of major arc, that is which is 95 root, that is AE plus DC. So 95 plus DC. Now when you cross multiply, 108 will be multiplied by 2, that is half from the right hand side. So 108 multiplied by 2 equal to 95 plus DC. So 108 multiplied by 2 will be 216 is equal to 95. Now when you change the side, so major arc DC will be 216 minus 95, that is equal to 121 degrees. Thank you. Now students, there is a technical issue in the PowerPoint presentation, so I am explaining you here. You can see there is a circle with center and there are two chords, that is AB and CD, which intersect outside the circle. So now if you want to find angle AEC, so angle AEC will be exactly half of major arc AC minus major arc BD. Now AC and BD will be given. So whatever is the measure, subtract that and make it half. Same now see, we have question number 1. I have already prepared the slides for this. You will get that also after this. Now see, you can see a circle and there are two chords AB and DE. They intersect at point B, which is in interior of the circle, inside the circle. And see, angle ABE is already given 108 degree and major arc A is 95 degree. You have to find DC. Now when these both chords intersect inside the circle, so this angle ABE will be exactly half of. Now here you have to add it, you have to do sum. Previously we did subtraction. So arc AE plus arc DC, half of arc AE plus arc DC. Now see, angle AB is given 108 degree is equal to half of A is given 95 plus major arc DC. So now we'll cross multiply. So 108 into 2 will be 216. 95 plus major arc DC remains same. Now see, these both are like terms. So I will take 95 and 106 together. So from right I will shift it to left side. Plus becomes minus. Here nothing is there, means plus. Shift it to left becomes minus. So 216 minus 95 will be equal to 121 degree. That is the measure of our DC. Means here the chords intersect inside the circle, and in the previous one it intersects outside the circle. So here we will take half of the difference of both the arcs, and here half of sum of both the arcs. Thank you.